We are now in the month of November, so we've been back to school a little while, but kids and parents are now in the midst of homework stress. Between activities and projects and then the daily homework, sometimes families feel like they're just drowning. On this week's Mom Squad, we talk at length with nationally renowned parenting educator Laura Linn Knight about how to time up doing that homework according to your child's emotional needs.
And so to come straight home and just launch into the homework routine can just be really taxing and tiring on them. And what I hear from a lot of families is they're sick of the power struggle that ensues because of the homework. So parents are saying, you need to do your homework and you need to do your homework now. And then the children are pushing back, or maybe they're not, but then they're getting whiny and you don't want them to be whiny. And then all of a sudden, there you are, you haven't seen your child all day. It's finally an opportunity to connect with them, to spend time with them, and you're in an argument or you're in a fight. And we don't want to be that way as parents. We don't want to have that dynamic with our children. So giving them some space and time before they enter in is going to make it easier for you too.
So Laura says this is true whether you have a first grader who just needs to play Legos when they get home to decompress, or a high schooler who's gone through a lot of social and emotional stress during their school day. But what about if you have sports and other activities that dictate your homework schedule? Well, Laura and I talk all about that. You can watch my entire conversation with Laura Linn Knight on Mom Squad on WKYC Plus, which you can find on Roku and Fire TV. You can also see her advice on when to ask your teacher for school or school for help. That is on our WKYC YouTube channel. And there are a lot of things that you can take away here from what advice she says, because I have one child that loves to do her homework on the bus. Like, she doesn't need that decompressed time. I have another that is just, it's a power struggle no matter what. And so the question is, okay, if you have soccer practice at, 5:30, it's not like you have that time to decompress. No. So you're kind of forcing it either as soon as they get home or right before bed, which neither one is ideal. But she talks about how to figure out what is right for your kid, what is right for your family, how to work around all of that.
I mean, I have two teenagers, and I'm the epitome of, like, their schedules dictate when they do their homework. And I find that with my daughter, like, she gets home from a practice, and it's not uncommon for her to have 1 to 2 hours of homework.
Yeah.
And late.
Right.
And I watch, and she needs to, have something to eat, maybe take a shower.
Yeah.
And then she does. So, I feel like you have to read the room.
Right.
One of my daughters yesterday had 2 events right after school, activities. It was gone until 7 o'clock.
Right.
So you have to, but one thing that they do have, and I don't know if all schools do this, and it didn't happen for me when I was younger until high school, but they have a built-in period during the day. It's not called study hall, but that's basically what it is. I mean, I know my one daughter gets a ton done during that period. That's a huge help.
Yeah, that's as kids get older too. So if you have the young kids that are, they don't have that all the time.
Such a good conversation.
So, such a great conversation. So again, you can watch that on our streaming channel on WKYC Plus.
A snack is huge too. Hangry homework does not work.
Oh, I know. You got to have the snack while you're doing the homework in my household.